Hi everyone, welcome to another video. In Western culture, there's a general belief in good things happening to good people, bad things not happening to good people, that the world is a predictable place, that people get what they deserve, and that there is a sense of control over our environment. Now, I don't know how that differs from other cultures, but we generally have a sense of security and safety in Western cultures. When we've grown up with that or used to that, it makes coping with something like COVID maybe more challenging. Because if we believe that things happen for a reason, that things don't randomly just happen, it would make digesting and understanding something like COVID extremely difficult. Now, I come from Iran. I grew up during the revolution and a war that we had between Iran and Iraq. So my world was not really stable, that I didn't have a belief that things would not randomly happen, because they were. Now it's interesting because I didn't come out of that resilient and strong and I could just take anything. No, COVID has proven to me that all that, this uncertainty just triggers anxiety about that uncertainty. So it's not that if you necessarily grew up in a chaotic environment that you'd be able to handle this better. But there is different approaches that everybody around us is going to have to how they react to the uncertainties around COVID. So I can tell you that for myself, it's been a day-to-day challenge. For other people who may have better coping mechanisms or skills, it may have been less of a challenge. Now, whatever your background, whatever different backgrounds you come from, most of us are control freaks. So regardless of which background you came from, this situation that is really out of our control is very difficult to digest. I think if there are folks that are not control freaks, I want to be you, because I want to be able to just go with the flow and take this day by day and see what happens. But that has not been my experience. And I've lived this journey with you guys through these 56 videos that I have gone through all my emotions and my ups and downs. So the idea is to be gentle and soft with ourselves. Yes, I want this to end, and yes, I have to get through all of this to get back into some normalcy of life. But I have learned lessons along the way, and I've had to face the different parts of me that have shown up throughout this journey. However, something that they do strongly say in terms of being able to cope with a traumatic event is finding meaning. Now, yes, some things have no meaning. There's no reason why something horrible should happen to somebody. But those who have a way of digesting it and putting meaning to something actually cope better and actually come out of a change in life, a trauma, a significant event that happened in life stronger. Some people find that through prayer. They will pray, they will have people they can go to and rely on to get through a tough time. There are people who use mindfulness or meditation to try to ground and get through it. That's been my technique. And there's all sorts of variety of tools that everybody uses. But I can tell you from my experience, using mindfulness through this sort of event has been really important in facing the different emotions that come up and then honoring them and not just squashing them. So if I'm feeling angry, if I'm feeling agitated, if I feel sad or helpless, then I do honor that, and I try not to crush those feelings, because they're all teaching me something. And I shared with you something that Pema Chodron said before. You remember I mentioned that she's one of those people I follow. And she said that nothing difficult ever leaves unless it's taught you what you need to know. And so I think COVID is not leaving me, because I still have stuff to learn. So it almost isn't that like really me just centralizing everything to me. But I kind of have this suspicion that COVID's hanging around because I still haven't learned the lessons I need to learn from it. So if I take this, the world's about me, then I have this view that there's some things I still gotta learn. So if I take it from that approach, that's how I give it meaning. So the only way that I can digest it for myself is if I say, you know, there's still things that I need to learn, not things I need to do, but things I need to learn. And then once I do that, COVID's gonna magically go away. So with that, I wonder if you find that useful as a way that you can cope. Maybe there's a bigger lesson here, and COVID won't go away until we've all learned that lesson. So that's my way of giving meaning to what's happening, but in whatever shape or way you can find meaning, I urge you to do that because it's gonna make you come out a little bit stronger. Now, an exercise of giving meaning that's expressive is writing it. They have found through studies that those who can make a story or narrative about it, the process of writing allows you to structure the brain. And so if you can give structure to this kind of uncontrollable time by writing your experience and how you feel about it, I think that might help you in order to be able to come out of this different than you went in, and maybe even stronger. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.